Hello my ladyboys and fishermen, welcome back to another episode of What's the Verdict, a show where I give you my Verdict MMA picks for the upcoming UFC card. This weekend we have UFC 315, Della Maddalena vs. Muhammad. Gonna hit you guys with some honesty straight off the bat. This isn't the most stacked main card for a pay-per-view, but there are definitely some intriguing matchups and some big names. We have Alexa Grasso and Jose Aldo, who are former champions, fighting on the main card, and we obviously have two title fights topping it all off. Personally, I'm looking forward to this one, but I understand why people feel like this card is lacking. Starting off, I'm going to be talking about Alexa Grasso versus Natalia Silva. As I mentioned previously, Alexa Grasso is a former champion, and Natalia Silva is quickly on the rise to title contender status. Silva has super slick striking and has been able to showcase that in a lot of her bouts in the UFC so far. And obviously Alexa Grasso is super well-rounded everywhere the fight can go. She has a ton of experience in professional MMA. I'm pretty interested to see how Alexa Grasso deals with the kickboxing from Natalia Silva. I think Alexa Grasso is going to have some trouble getting into range. I do think Alexa Grasso is going to be able to implement her jiu-jitsu and wrestling in this matchup. Natalia Silva throws a lot of kicks, and that is a style that we've seen Alexa Grasso do well against in the past. This is going to be a tough fight for both women, but my Verdict MMA pick is Alexa Grasso by unanimous decision. Moving on to the next fight, we have the King of Rio, Jose Aldo, versus Aiemann Zahabi. This is a matchup that came out of left field for just about everybody. I don't think anyone expected this one. Aiemann Zahabi is a fast-rising contender and definitely has the credentials to be in this position. And I don't think I have to give Jose Aldo much of an introduction. Probably the greatest featherweight of all time. Although Aldo is at the tail end of his career, he's not out of gas yet and has still been able to compete at the highest level. But I do think that Aiemann Zahabi is going to be able to get the better of him in this matchup. I think that Aiemann Zahabi is going to be faster and more precise in this matchup and really be able to drill in the striking. I think this is going to be a really tough one for Jose Aldo, and it might be the last time we see him compete in professional MMA. My Verdict MMA pick is Aiemann Zahabi by TKO in the second round. Now moving on to the first title fight of the night, we have Valentina Shevchenko versus Manon Fiorot. Manon is without a doubt going to be the toughest test that Valentina has faced in a long time. Skill for skill, I think Valentina is better, but Manon is definitely a way bigger opponent than Valentina is used to facing. And on top of that, Manon is tough. She does not go out without a fight. Other than that, I think Valentina is clearly the better fighter, and I honestly don't think that Manon has many openings and chances in this fight other than being probably the physically stronger of the two. Valentina is without a doubt going to pick her apart from the outside, use her gorgeous striking to her advantage, and she can definitely wrestle if she needs to. I don't see much of a path to victory for Manon, and my Verdict MMA pick is Valentina Shevchenko by knockout in the fourth round. That's definitely an interesting matchup. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Now moving on to the main event of the evening, Jack Della Maddalena versus Belal Muhammad for the welterweight championship. This one is a battle of styles. I know that Belal says he has hands like Canelo, but we all know that that's absolute garbage. His wrestling is what got him to the top, and that's definitely what he's going to use when he's at the top. And although Jack Della Maddalena does have a beautiful ground game, he's mostly known for his gorgeous boxing. This is without a doubt a battle of styles, and it's slated to be a pretty solid fight. Jack Della Maddalena has been one of the fastest rising welterweight contenders in recent memory, and I honestly do think that he has a real chance of gaining the championship over Belal Muhammad. Leon Edwards didn't do a great job of staying on the outside, but I do think that JDM is going to have a lot of success. Belal is obviously a force to be reckoned with, and he's not going to go out easy. But if anybody in that cage has hands like Canelo, it's definitely Jack Della Maddalena. The dude's boxing is absolutely beautiful. I think he's going to be able to bust up Belal Muhammad for all 5 rounds of this fight. I don't think it's going to be close. My Verdict MMA pick is Jack Della Maddalena by unanimous decision to win the welterweight championship. This is another very intriguing matchup, and I'd love for you guys to let me know what you think in the comments below. This has been What's the Verdict for UFC 315 from DailyTapouts FC. Thank you for watching.